I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Blessed and unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. Miami, LA, Chicago, New York, Houston, Phoenix. Be there. Get your tickets now at billyalsbrooks.com/events. If you don't seize the moment will find someone else who will. I didn't come to just motivate you. I came to transform your life. Pursue the fire, embrace the new, stay in truth in all that you do. Breathe the real, you are enough. No judgment at all, just radiate love, the world is yours. That desire for more, as the sweat pours, I say it again, the world is yours. There ain't no slacking up, cause the words are only good as the actions that are backing them up. Greatness, you are able, but you gotta stop giving average a seat at the table. Lottery pick, one and done. You can either look up at the stars or you can become one. My gift to you, a brand new attitude. Exciting. Boy, I love the setting. Oh, God. God still moves. Am I in the right place? Roll Tide. I figure we do a little something different for LA. We're going to court success, the romance. We're going to lay out the things we need to do to go to that next level. Anybody here want to go to the next level? Am I in the right place? Come on. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to teach you the art of greatness, the art of leveling up, the things that they don't teach you in school. These principles have been around for thousands of years. There's so much evidence and so much proof of these things that I'm going to lay out for you. If you tap into these things, you will take the limits off of your life. Anybody ready for that? Ready. Come on now. Come on. Now, contrary to popular belief, you cannot think your way to success. You can't think your way to the next level. What you have to do is burn your way there. This fire, this flame that's on every one of these tables here, this is symbolic for your talent, your natural abilities, your calling, your gifts, the things that God put on the inside of you. That right there is the key to going to the next level. That right there. You can think positive thoughts all day long, but if you do not set yourself on fire on the inside, you will be playing under limitations. See, the fire, when we turn ourselves on, it burns away everything in our life that does not belong. You hear me now? Now, I have a simple life philosophy that I live my life through. It's 3 things: fire, truth, and music. Okay, let me break it down to you. Fire is your gifts, the things that set you on fire in life. Now, what you need to ask yourself when you get up every day is, what sets me on fire? What sets me on fire on the inside? Who sets me on fire around me? We can't have a bunch of lukewarm people around us if we are trying to go to this next level. See, going to the next level requires letting go. See, we got to let go of some of the things that have held us here for so long. Sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's thinking, sometimes it's fear, it's doubt, it's unforgiveness. We have to let this stuff go. You see, the lighter the weight, the higher the lift. Okay, the more we go through the fire, the more refined we become. Okay, so what I want y'all to do today is start thinking, what sets me on fire inside? What would make life worth living? Because see, so many people are not really living. They've traded in what they've been called to do by God, the things that He's anointed and giving you the ability to impact the world. They've traded that in for the just over broke. Just getting by, that 9 to 5, right? And most of us, when we live that kind of mentality and adopt that lifestyle, we're not ever going to feel like ourselves. It's going to always feel like something's missing. This is why so many people seek alcohol, seek drugs, seek sex, all this stuff. It's because they can't figure out why that void is there. Each and every one of you in here was designed to do something. You got talent in you. You got gifts. You got a calling. You got a purpose. You got people assigned to. You understand this? And the more we connect to that fire, the more greatness can stir and build up in us. So it's fire. You got to get in relationships. You shouldn't be in any kind of relationship that doesn't make you better. You either sowing life into somebody else or they sowing into you, but it better be making you better. Life is too short to live lukewarm. Come on now. Look, think about your life right now. Where are you lukewarm? Because we all lukewarm in somewhere we need to address. And see, today we're going to expose that. We're going to let God show us what we need to improve on it, where we need to allocate our focus so that we can do what he has called us to do. I got to get every single one of you in this room doing what you were designed to do. Now, you might not understand how doing what you were designed to do will take you to the next level. We just have to believe and trust God. See, when we doubt God with our identity, it puts us in a disempowering state. It's like we say, we know our life better than you know it. That don't happen. Come on now. We're in a state of chaos and confusion when we're functioning with that mindset. We have to understand that we are wonderfully and perfectly made. Each and one of you in here is beautiful, strong, and amazing. Now, regardless of what the world has told you, because I'm sure the world doesn't tell you that, or at least not on a consistent basis, it's probably the opposite. You're not equipped. You don't have the resources. You don't come from the right background. You don't have the right color. You're not tall enough, short enough, fat enough, skinny enough, something, right? That's not who God designed you to be. You are amazing. Now, when you tap into this fire, you begin to initiate the opening of doors, the breakthroughs, the things that you need to come to you to do what he has put in you to build here on earth. It's a teaching moment. In life, if you want to be successful, you see all these people going that way? Successful people never follow the masses. They have to think different. We can't fall victim to the thinking of the sheep. We must become the shepherd. If you want to be a capitalist, an entrepreneur, a successful writer, engineer, creator, musician, whatever it is, you got to go against the grain, go against the normal, common status quo thinking. Dig within, go deep inside that truth and find the real you and be bold enough, brave enough to pursue that which is in your heart. Don't fall victim to the thinking of the masses. Be who God designed you to be. Be you. That's the only way you will ever be your maximum capacity and step into your full potential. Be you. Ooh, there's no greatness. There's no next level without truth. See, you can only go as high as the truth is on the inside of you. In church, we say amen, right? At the end of things, we say amen, right? That really means truth. When you hear that word amen, that's truth. That's what original of that word comes from, is truth. Now, if we want to go to that next level, we need a whole lot of truth in us. Anybody say truth? Truth. Okay, because truth is the couture for greatness. I know you heard it on the videos. Truth is the couture for greatness. Every day you need to get up and drape yourself down in it. You can't be anything but your truth if you want to go to that next level. I've tried it. I rapped for 17 years, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I was living in a split world of half truth and half lies. And when you live like this, the world will tear you apart. To go to the next level, you got to be consolidated, bought in, all united in truth. Now, truth is the authenticity of who you really are. How much of you are you willing to show the world? The real you. See, that's why I set this setting like this. We can be vulnerable in here, authentic in here, real in here. Therefore, success can come, be invited in here, because these are the things that draw success. You think of the greats. They were bold, flaws and all, but they owned it. Come on. We know we're not perfect. Nobody wants that kind of perfect. See, our weaknesses, our flaws, our addictions, all this stuff melts away in an environment of truth. When we shed light upon it, it cannot exist. We smother out the lies that the enemy's trying to tell you. Come on now. Now, there's your truth. There's the word, God's truth. Then there's the natural truths, the laws that govern success. And we have to align with all these. We have to align with all these if we want to go to that next level. And the third thing now is music. And when I say music, I'm not just talking about physicals, like you're hearing music. Music is symbolic for creativity. We are all vibrating at a frequency. And success requires a certain frequency. Right now, what is your current vibration? See, we meet people a lot of times, and before they even say something, I know if I like a person or not. Be like, yeah, man, the vibe is cool with that guy. I don't know what it is, but I just feel good about him. Or you be like, I don't really know if I like that person. Something's off, right? It's the music underneath. Your spirit can hear that music. Your ears, your physical ears cannot hear the music, but the universe knows itself. Do you understand? So if we want to go to this next level, first thing we have to do is align our frequency with that which set everything in motion. Let there be light. Light is just vibration. High-speed vibration, that's all it is. Now, I want to take y'all from where you're at today to the top of the mountain, to where God wants you to be. Now, each and every one of you here has greatness. Everybody say greatness. Greatness. Each and every one of you in here has greatness on the inside of you. Why? Because greatness made you. You come from greatness, see? See, when you come out of the womb, you know exactly who you are. Because see, you just came from the presence of God, the Spirit, and you come into the physical world. You know exactly who you are, what you've been called to do, what your limits are, what your assignments are. You know all of that. And what we do as the days go by, we begin to unlearn that which we know. The world begins to bombard us with the lies, as I was mentioning earlier. You're not good enough. You don't have the talent, the resources, right? The abilities, the strengths, the connections. Nobody's going to open the door for you, right? All this junk. And sooner or later in life, after this constant bombardment, we begin to believe that which is an illusion. See, anything that is not of God, His truth about you, your identity, is an illusion. And what we have to do, we want to go to that next level, we have to starve the illusion and feed the dream. We must not entertain. We must not accept. We must not make negotiations. We must not concede anything to the illusion. We must rob it, because see, the enemy needs your fear and doubt in order to sustain himself. You are his lifeline. You are the oxygen, the blood that runs through your enemy's vein. Your doubt and fear, your jealousy, your anger, your bitterness, the things that you haven't turned over to God, these things are his food. Starve him and be who you were designed to be.
Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com.
Also available on Amazon. All right. The thing is, you were saying about building the brand and speaking, bro. Every time you touch the mic is an opportunity for one, to impact people. For two, to be doing the thing you love, and three, to set yourself on fire. Bro, I cannot wait to get that mic in my hand. I don't care if it's 1 or 20,000 in there. Come Sunday, we gonna light it up. Everything you are going through in life is preparation for your calling. Come on now. Everything, all the mess ups. You think, oh, I messed up, like I messed up there. That's the foundation now of what I do, because now when God sends me somebody, I ain't scared. I'm finna give it to him because I understand, okay, you got my back. You would have not given me that message if I couldn't do what I was supposed to do. See, now that comes to this top message here, to go to the next level. one must move away from the safety and comfort of the familiar and aggressively pursue the unknown. Many times we think success will just come to us. Now, there is some truth to that. As I said before, set yourself on fire and the world will come see you burn, right? But we still have to set ourselves on fire. That's still the action part. We have to pursue. The greater we pursue, the greater this flame becomes. And the more they can see that flame off in the darkness, see. The whole world is dark because so many have traded in their fire, their truth, and their music for what the world told them it was. So when you turn this light on, people from miles away can see because everybody's dark. When you become the light, people will come from all over the world to hear you, to see you, to help you, whatever it is. Who's willing to go to that next level? Let me ask you a question here. How many of y'all really want to be successful? Come on now, I know that's a silly question. Okay, now I'm going to set y'all up. How many are truly committed to doing what it takes? See, that's the difference. That's the difference, right? Everybody says, well, I want success until they got to do what is required to make that thing happen, right? Now, if I was to put you on trial right now here in LA in front of a jury of 12, I always ask this question because it'll shock you, shock you on the inside. Makes you look at yourself. If I was to put you on trial right now, under the charge of pursuing greatness, wanting to be successful, wanting to live the life that God chose for you, and I put you in front of a jury of 12, you are on trial right here. Is there enough evidence in your life to convict you of pursuing greatness? What's the evidence? Does anybody in your life know right now that you are pursuing greatness? Can they see it by your action? See, my thing today is to stir y'all on the inside to get you to that place for those that are not there yet. And for those that are already moving, is to pour a lighter fluid on you and keep building that up so that you can break through. Now, for 17 years, I was in the rap business, music business. I was a music producer, songwriter, on-air personality, had songs on Billboard, produced for multi-gold and platinum acts. I chased what they called a Hollywood lifestyle, and I chased it aggressively because I thought that's what success really was. The car, the money, the fame, the accolades, the women. I chased it all aggressively. Like this here, I chased it aggressively. I was wrong, but I was aggressive. My daddy used to say, if you're going to make a mistake, make it full speed. I made it full speed. Fell on my face many, many times before I learned. I learned the hard way. But for 17 years, I was in this business. And I kept thinking, the higher I would go in this music career, in this music profession, the more happiness I must feel, right? That's what they tell you. You come out of high school, you make money, they'll love you. They'll respect you. Right? That's all a lie. It's all a lie. Because the higher I went in that world, the more empty I felt. The bigger my circle got, the entourage, you hear about that, right? The entourage got bigger. The truth got smaller, right? Come on now. Because now we putting on the mask, the fakes, and we being, in that world, we learn how to fake it. The entertainment world is great at faking it. And I learned firsthand how to fake it. Thinking if I faked it good enough, that old saying, if you fake it till you make it, then that's wrong. That's wrong. I understand what they're trying to say, but what I do is I envision truth until truth manifests. That's the way. I don't fake it till you make it. Just envision truth so long that nothing else remains. See, that's how we have to approach it. But I'm in this business for 17 years, chasing it. And just can't understand why that hole keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So like every opportunity that you get, you got to see it for what it is. It's a practice run to go where you're going. And it's a chance to see where the limits are for you. You know, when you get up on that mic, bro, you got to leave it all. It's like a football game, bro. You leave it all out on the field. You know what I'm saying? When you get done, initially, you should have some energy when you get done because you just plugged into the power, the anointing that God has put on you. But after that wears off, you should be empty because you gave it all out there
on that stage or whatever it is that you're doing, connecting with these people, man. And whether we have 1 or 10,000 at the event, it really don't matter. God will put in the seats who belongs, and it's our job to be a good steward of who's there. We're gonna go over level up, okay? Now each principle that I'm gonna lay out here is rooted in biblical principle. You could look it up later, but every single thing on this paper is a timeless principle that's been around for years. If you study the lives of greats, you will see these principles hidden underneath. This is stuff they don't teach you at school. Now you're about to get a real life success education course. Now I'm not here to sell you no program and hustle y'all and all that. No, man, I'm just gonna pour life into you, to sow truth into you. And when you get up out of this place, I want you to go out there and impact the world. Do the thing that you was called to do. This ain't no hustle, man. I come here because I love you. God sent me here. He gave me a message to send to you, and that's what I'm gonna do. See, I'll give you a story. Back when I first began to connect with God and have this relationship with him, he began speaking in my spirit. Not like you see in the movies, the gray beard and God saying, let there be whatever. That's not the kind of thing he had. He just moved in my spirit. And one day I'm sitting at this light. I'm a baby in the word. A couple years been in it. I'm sitting at this red light. And this guy comes through the red light, and the spirit moves on me because I know this guy. He's in a brand new car, shiny candy paint, sitting on rims. Okay? And the spirit comes on me and says, "They gonna get that guy." It was weird because I never heard nothing like that in my spirit before. Now, at this time, I'm still half in the world and half with God, but God is moving me. I got these mixtape stores, these music CD stores back in the day, and people around the neighborhood would come to buy CDs and stuff like that for me. And my old life was the street life. So the people that were coming to my store were these people. I had not let go. I'm still halfway straddling this world, right? But now I've got some truth in me. Can anybody say truth? Come on, I got some truth in me now. Something in my spirit said, you need to tell that guy what God told you, that they're going to get him. Now, I'm still a baby. I'm like, is God really talking to me? Is this just my mind playing tricks on me, whatever, right? You go up and tell somebody, hey, man, God told me something. And they look at you like, right? But I knew better. It was different. So every weekend, this guy that came through that light used to come by my store. He was a dope boy, and he had a lot of money. So he'd come in my store religiously every weekend, spend $100 buying T-shirts, hats, and CDs. He did it every single week. He comes in on the weekend. I'm like, ooh, I got to tell him what God told me. I'm excited, right? I'm that baby Christian, I got to tell him. He comes in. We do the usual, I dap him up. What's going on, man? How's everything going? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to get up the nerve to tell him. But how do you tell him God gave him a message, right? I don't know. There's no playbook for this. So I'm like, I got to find the right moment. I'm building up my courage. Right? He gets his CDs, gets his shirt, gets his hats like he always does. Gives me the money. We pound, and he leaves. I'm like, I didn't tell him, It's like, Lord, I'm sorry. I don't know, I'm sorry. Maybe it wasn't from you. I try to convince myself, maybe it really wasn't from you. Next week, he comes back in. I'm like, oh, okay. Woo, got another shot. I'm good now. I'm going to tell him, Lord, I got me and you. Yep. Team God, yep. He comes in, gets the CDs, gets the hats, gets the shirts, all that. Gives me the money, dap him up. Yeah, I appreciate it, but let him go again, God. You sure you told me? You sure you want me to tell? Can't you tell somebody else to tell him? Why do you need me to tell him? I'm sorry, Lord. Next week, same thing. Woo, 3 times the charm. He comes in. I'm going to tell him this time, Lord. I'm going to tell him, here's the CD. Yeah, I'm going to tell him, Lord. Yep, in the shirts. Look, just a second. Let me help him with this shirt, and I'm going to tell him. Oh, you want some hats? Okay, yeah, true. Okay. Well, Lord, look, if that was from you, that would have already happened. He would have already been God. I don't know what you meant by God, but he would have already been God, and I'm just probably, making stuff up. Didn't see him no more. A couple months later,
This guy comes into my shop with his girlfriend, and he don't look right, you could tell on his face, you could tell when somebody's going through something. I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, man, you all right, bro? You all right? He's like, yeah, man, I'm going through it, man. They shot my brother and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, man, who's your brother, bro? And he mentioned the guy name. I didn't know who he was. See, I know everybody by street names, not real names, right? It's, rap names, street names, all that. So I'm like, I don't think I know who you're talking about. He's like, no, he come in here every week and bought stuff from you. I'm like, nah, I don't know who he is. He turns to his girlfriend, he's like, hey, go to the car and get the T-shirt we wore at the funeral with my brother's picture on it. So she comes back in, holding the shirt up. Guess who on the front of that T-shirt? Give you one guess. Yes. That one, I was like, that one. I said, oh, Lord. Boy, it just hit me. I said, what happened to him? He said, we don't know. We just know that two guys ran up on him at a gas station and said, we got you. Exactly what God told me at that light. Look, I still got the Google, it's real. I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm so sorry. I did not understand the gravity of the message that you have entrusted me with. Forgive me, Lord. Boy, that was hard. But see, God knows. He was just showing me, look, when I give you a message, there are ramifications. There's consequences. I need you to boldly go out in the world and do what I have called you to do with no hesitation. Because you got to understand, it is life and death with some of these people that you are going to be speaking to. And it's exactly what has happened. The people that email me every day, when I started doing motivation, I thought, okay, I'm going to be speaking to people that just want success and just want to go to the next level of life, right? That's not who started emailing me. The ones that were emailing me was, oh man, I was considering suicide last week. But I'm listening to the videos now and I changed my mind. Another one said I got stage 4 cancer. Doctor said I got 6 weeks to live. I have to get my mind right. I'm listening to you every second that I can listen to you. Another one saying I'm about to file bankruptcy. Another one saying I'm in prison for 20 years. I don't know what I'm living for. These are the kind of people that was coming to me. See, God was moving way back before I ever knew he was moving. He was preparing me for this. What is he preparing you for? Your why for overcoming is greater than the obstacle. The obstacle ceases to exist. Nothing can be denied that won't be denied. Get up and go get it. Now, the second subpoint here is to know your identity. I mentioned this earlier. The world has been lying to you all along. All along. You have so much talent and ability in you, so much power in you. You just hadn't awakened yet to who you really are. And when you awaken to this power, things are going to begin to change. And today that awakening begins. God's word says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Those that love it shall eat the fruits thereof. I pronounce awakening right now in this room in Jesus' name. Let these people see themselves the way you see them, Lord. Show them their real identity. Let the chains come off of them that have been holding them back. Let the victories arise in them. The ideas that you have called them to do, let it flourish in them, Lord, in Jesus' name. Know your identity. You are a child of the Most High God. Hollywood pictures or gives us this picture that we are supposed to fear the dark. The truth is the dark fears us when you know who you are. A person that walks in a room that knows who he is or she is, the enemy trembles. Playtime is over. Somebody who knows themselves is in the room. He who knows themselves and understands themselves, whoever that is, they control the room. When you enter an environment at work or whatever it is that you do, never enter a room without a purpose. And when you get in there, you better know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, the world will tell you who you are. The world will define you. It's time today to decide, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Who did God make you to be? Come on, let's get the right identity. If you're going to go to the top, you got to know who you are. Because if you get all the way up here and you don't know, success will destroy you. If those that are not prepared for success, success will tear apart. This is why you see them get to Hollywood, right? The big stars, they get up there. They never found themselves. But they were elevated by the world. And then the world destroys them after they put them there. We see this time and time and time again. Over and over, how many stars commit suicide? Over and over, how many OD? How many get hooked on drugs, fall apart, marriage is broken? All of this is an identity problem. God is good, and he don't make junk. Each and every one of you in here. God has a plan for you. This is not chaos. Somebody in here thought they were a mistake. You're not a mistake. God told me to tell you, you're not a mistake. Whoever it is, you're not a mistake. And somebody in here thought about suicide recently. Listen, God is here. He loves you. He got a plan for you. You got to understand that it's the enemy's plan, not God's. Trust him through this moment that you don't understand. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will come through. And when the life, I want y'all to say this, lemonade. Okay, when the world gives you lemons, make gourmet lemonade, the best ever. We think they're lemons, but man, they're beautiful. It's beautiful ingredients that life gives us to make the masterpiece. We just think it's junk when we see it at first. But go to squeezing with truth. Put that truth in the water, the spirit, the fire. Put that truth in there. And they will come from all over the world to sip on your lemonade. Come on now. You have truth in you. You have something, some kind of value that only you can give to the world. That no one else can do. You can write the way you write. No one else can write the way you write. That's it. That's your value. Write you. Be bold enough in who you are. I struggled with my identity as I got into what I'm doing. I did not understand myself. I came from the rap world, and I knew I was half faking it. We go by a stage name, because it's really not us. Oh, come on. Kind of like a writer uses a pen name. He don't want anybody to know his work. It's not true. So when I started down this journey here, first thing I did was said, I'm going back to my real name. There's no more running. Stop running from who you are. Be you. And if the world don't like it, they just don't like it. But nobody's ever made it at the highest levels and enjoyed it by being somebody else. That mask gets heavy to wear. My head would just get so tired of putting that thing on every day and faking it. Be at Walmart, somebody see me, you just want to be you. Somebody walk in, I gotta be my rapper now. I gotta be the rapper now. Why am I in Walmart, first of all? Oh, you know what I mean? I was, oh man. See, I don't want to live like that. I said enough is enough. This time around, when God revealed to me who, that I was supposed to do and started revealing this stuff, I knew it had to be rooted in truth this time. The truth shall what? Come on now. I'd heard that 1,000,000 times and did not understand. How does truth set you free? I'm struggling. What's truth going to do about it? Oh, that's the answer. But I started going back to me. But I hadn't bought all the way in yet. Anybody not bought all the way in yet? Come on. When I first started doing this motivation, I knew God was on it. I got invited to do the men's group that I was mentioning that I first started attending. I got invited to teach one night. The teacher wasn't going to be able to facilitate the meeting. He was like, will you teach? I'm like, no, I'm not getting up there talking in front of all them people. You're crazy. Now, mind you, I'd been on stage with a mic in my hand in front of 20,000 rapping. But, there was choreography, there's music, all that, and you're hiding, and you're not you, so you don't really care, right? But this is me. I'm going to be in front of all of y'all, right? And I'm just going to be vulnerable, naked, and just sitting right here with my truth, and everybody's going to see it. I'm like, I'm not doing that. See, I didn't know myself yet, but I've been out there on that block, and God was working on me. Kept asking God, show me my calling. Show me my calling. Show me my calling. So this Monday night comes. I accept. I said, okay, I'll do it. Was nervous all week. Studied all week. Got up there. First thing I said out of my mouth was, God still moves. Boom, the room just like, and I was like, it was like a nuclear bomb went off on the inside of me. The fire had been lit. It had been waiting for so long. And I was like, ooh, this is different. This ain't the same thing I felt when I was rapping. Like, what is this? You know, I thought talking an hour and a half was going to be a struggle. I'm like, what did I talk about for an hour and a half? When that light went on, I talked for 2.5 hours. And when they had to like, hey, bro, it's light time. It's Monday night at church. You know, people don't stay late on Monday night on church. But we stayed there talking afterwards for another hour. People gathered around, and the words was coming out. I'm like, where are these words coming from? I've been reading them since 2001. They were dormant, waiting to be unleashed. The fire had lit up. The anointing had come on me. But my logical mind kicked in. I'm an entrepreneur. One of my favorite books was Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Multiple streams of income, right? Without working in a physical sense. Disconnecting your money streams from actual time. Like working 40 hours is, working time-based. Severing that and working in the masses and working leverage to reach the world with whatever value you're contributing. I'm looking at this thing on Monday night. Is that a profession? Is that a calling? What is that? I just know I felt amazing. And I saw the response over here, and I'm like, I've been around music long enough to know this don't happen. I just don't know what it is. Like, I hadn't been fully aware yet. I didn't have full awareness. But it had already been set in motion for me to discover it. But it was a process. Everybody say process. We have to go through that. It's not an overnight thing. So I'm up there, and I'm like, okay. I went home, told my wife about it. I was like, wow, this is crazy. I feel so amazing. It's the first time I felt alive since my dad had died. Like, really felt alive. I'd plugged into something because I'd plugged into my true identity and the thing that God had made me to do. There's no high, there's no alcohol, no drugs, no sex, none of that will compete with the high given to you from being in the center of your calling. I found that out the hard way, but boy, I found it. But my logical mind kicked in. What is that? You want to be a preacher? You want to teach? I told my wife, she said, I don't want to be no preacher's wife. What is that? You talking crazy. I thought you was over them panic attacks. I was talking crazy. I didn't know. I didn't understand. I just knew I felt alive. I just knew the energy was different. Next Monday, I come back, and I'm sitting back in the chair again, going back to normal. The guy's back. I dismiss it. I'm like, oh, that was a good thing. Donated a little time to church. A couple weeks later, though, he comes back. He's like, hey, can you teach again? I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do it. Come up there that Monday night, say 2 words, boom, I blow up again on the inside. It's like a fire just wanting to beg to get out. I'm like, again, what happened, right? Again, 2 hours, and I'm just like, oh my God, what is this? Is this a profession? What is this? We have to prepare for the unexpected and not let the unexpected derail us when it happens. Like, for instance, if you're training and all that, eating right, and then the hurricane comes, most the average, common every person wants to shut down and just take off. Like, oh, the hurricane, that gives me an excuse. All I want to get off work early, go home. It's not because they worried about the hurricane. They don't like what they're doing, and they just use it as an excuse to get out of there. You know what I mean? A person like us that really loves what we're doing, I'm like, man, the hurricane's in the way. I'm trying to grind.
I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Blessed and unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. Miami, LA, Chicago, New York, Houston, Phoenix. Be there. Get your tickets now at BillyAlsbrooks.com/events.